Okay, well, watch where that goes. In the meantime, there seems to be a battle royale between the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, and the White House and what they're doing. Here's Karen Bass saying the military should not be here.
I do want to dispel the notion that the military is here. We don't want them here. They don't need to be here. Our local law enforcement have complete control of the situation. I flew over each one of them, and they were overwhelmingly peaceful. It's not shocking that at the end of a protest that you're going to have some confrontation. Of course, I wish there was none at all.
So I don't see the White House backing down on this. Where do you see this headed?
Yeah, I don't see them backing down. And look, it's easy to say we don't need the military or the National Guard, but the fact is they were there. You can't do a counterfactual of what would have happened if they were not there. You still saw a dozen deputies injured, 500 arrests, high-grade pyrotechnics being thrown. You know, the LAPD has said there are antagonists that come out at night. It's not every protester who's being violent, but there are anarchists that come out at night. He has come out and said that, Jim McDonnell, and said there's internal sophisticated communications. This is something we saw when I was in the White House in Portland, the same activity. So you can't say you don't need the National Guard. Who knows what would have happened? We saw what happened when the National Guard wasn't there in the chop zone where 2 were killed, where David Dorn was killed out in Missouri. So it's easy to say that, but you benefited from the presence of the National Guard.
The Immediate Research Center shows that between June 7th and 11th, CNN and MSNBC had a reference to the protests as peaceful 211 times, as if they were trying to really drive that point home.
Yeah, and I actually saw this pivot in real time where it was peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. And then on that Sunday afternoon, the cars were burning. There were scooters being tossed onto the hoods of police cars. And all of a sudden, that peaceful adjective made its way out of the coverage, at least temporarily.
And Trump said at one point if the military wasn't there, that the place would have burned down or would have been looted. And we did see some of that looting. You're exactly right about that. Kayleigh, we'll see what happens this week.